Well, I've got a little coaster for my microphone, and also my microphone is standing on 3 Libertugo books, so that tells you something. Anyways, hello everybody and welcome to Frog Pouch. My name is Frog and we're gonna be talking about my pouch. No, that is just a joke and we are not going to do that. But what we are going to do is we're gonna talk about what is Frog Pouch. So basically, welcome to the first episode. So Frog Pouch is the idea that I've been toying with for like half a year almost, I feel like. And you know, it's been an interesting journey because I've been so reluctant to actually just start and do it and go for it. Instead, I've been kind of angsty and struggling with the first episode has to be perfect. The first episode has to hook everybody and keep them coming. First episode has to be perfect in a way that any other episode going after the first one will not be able to undo and like achieve better results, which is like absolutely crazy. But it's been a wonderful journey of half a year just trying to work through that stuff, and as you see, I stand victorious and I've done that. So well, what is Frog Pouch, honestly? Well, I came up with this Frog Pouch idea as a way for me to share my writing, and also to hopefully in the future include you, the listener, in the writing process, and also maybe even having you contribute your own stories to this podcast, you know. I've been a writer for like a half my life, which is like probably doesn't say nothing because I'm just 23, so it's not much experience. But I feel like the most prominent thing I've struggled with being the writer, that you have to abide by these laws of traditional publishing or even like self-publishing. Basically, you have to be quiet and just like hint at your book, you know, that wink about your book, and keep quiet about it and not really share the full process of writing, what it takes from, you know, what it takes to actually make a book from your first idea and just sitting for the first time, you know, behind your computer and your fingers hovering about your keyboard and being like, okay, I don't know what to do, and to the point of where, wow, this is like 100,000 words written by me, and you know, I guess it's a book. And you know, I don't like how there is this gigantic wall between writers and readers, you know, because like, you know, it's kind of like readers are always encouraged to wait and to hope, you know, and to support writers if, for example, they are not actively publishing yet, but they are making other types of content and they're hinting at their book and stuff. Readers are always encouraged to support that, and you know, sometimes it just happens so that you support a certain writer, and in the end you just find out that their writing style is absolutely not for you, what they're writing about is absolutely not for you, and you just kind of fall into this disappointment of, you know, failed expectations. So I don't really think why we have to build such a prominent wall between readers and writers, why we can just exist in the same space and interact as the work is being done, but also like still make money, you know, because we all need to make money, basically. So this is my attempt at conquering the wall, if I may, if I do not if I may sound so ambitious, but more day-to-day type of thing, how it's gonna be happening on Frog Pouch is gonna be, I'm gonna have 3 episodes, hopefully a week. First 2 episodes are gonna be reading episodes, where I'm gonna be reading to you my short stories, my long stories, some chapters that I've written, whatever. And 1 episode is going to be writing, where we're going to be participating in this fantastic action of creating fiction together, and actually breaking it down and showing it step by step how it happens, why it happens in such a way, and what's good, in general. So today is gonna be a reading episode, so it means I'm gonna be reading a story for you. And since this is the first episode ever, I just decided to take it easy and just read you a story that I am very fond of, to be honest. Like, basically how I practice my writing, and I would probably just recommend it to anyone in general, not a writer specifically, is that I just go on Google and find a random words generator, and I generate a couple of words, whatever, the number doesn't really matter. So I get these words generated, and then I use them as prompts to write an actual story. And I usually just give myself a time frame of like half an hour to probably an hour, and just go for it. Just do whatever you need to do. You leave it where you leave it. You come back to edit it to make it sound smooth, and that keep up the flow of the words. Basically, that's the whole extent of writing. That's the whole extent of this writing exercise, and I'm gonna be sharing the fruit of these exercises, because I have quite a lot of them, so I just decided, why not just share them? I feel like it might be fun. So for this story, I got the prompt, which is 2 words, and these 2 words, and consequently the whole title of the story, is lemon hunting. So allow me to read to you Lemon Hunting. It is pure magic, the way air smells of warm wild grass, which kisses her ankles and reaches up to the back of her knees. The sun beams at her back, strains her spine, makes the muscles there ache with tension, a sweet chase of this hot summer morning. A busy road left behind among sleepy country homes, safely tucked in between the tall birch trees. She proceeds without stopping to think or doubt, does not even allow herself thought of turning back. It seems like the biggest mission of her life. A warm bubbling in her chest makes her laugh and stumble just a tad, and the warm soil gets into her shoes, rattles between her toes. She should have remembered the socks, but it's just too hot. The sweat rolls down her forehead, dampens her hair as it bounces on her shoulder blades in red curls. Just wait and see all the freckles she is gonna get after this little walk. She leaves behind whole miles, smiling, and the fields talk to her in the buzzing of the bees, panicked fluttering of the butterflies as she tries to chase them. The summer blooms around her, ripens the apples, and dries up the long grass blades, smells of herbs and flowers. And when she finally finds them, with the smell as the only persistent clue, biting her nostrils, bitterness finding a home at the root of her tongue, that crispy, icy smell of green leaves and ripe golden fruit hanging on the branches. The lemons kiss her curious palms with smooth, warm skin as she gathers them into her bag. A few leaves get caught in the strands of her hair. She smiles. Lemons. So, what do you think? Basically, I don't know, for some reason, that story. So, Lemon Hunting is a pretty old story for me. I wrote it quite a while ago, but nevertheless, it just holds such warmth for me. Every time I feel doubtful about being a writer. You know, I feel a little bit insecure about my role as a writer, and if I do fit in, I just remember that story and it just warms me from inside. And it's a kind of a whole reason of, you know, this is the whole reason of me showing it to you and sharing it with you, because I kind of hope that, you know, writing to each and every one of us can bring this solace and this harbor and this safety and this warmth and this ability to just rest and for a second just be there, you know, in a different moment, no matter what happens around us. That's always what's been like, that's always what writing has been for me. It's always what it has done for me. It's to bring me to the place of safety and to help me conquer my emotions and all the complicated things like that. And that story in particular, I just like it. And it was absolutely unplanned. I have probably like dozens of the same stories with the different premises, different characters, different settings, but just this one I always remember it. I just cannot erase it from my mind, and I just wanted to share it with you because it makes me warm, and I hope that it might do the same for you. So I think this is the end of our first episode and our introduction with you to what the frog pouch is and what you can expect from it. I hope that you liked my story. I hope that you come back. Even though this podcast is far from perfect, I'm still figuring my stuff out, so bear with me. Anyways, it was very nice to see you, and I hope to see you the next time. Bye.